think that looks a bit random in the middle. Just go right to the top of that.
What?
Afternoon, those that are joining. We're still trying to juggle around our backdrop here as we talk with our Christmas tree that we've brought into the room. Just I can artistically pretend that we've not just put it up. And obviously both sporting our Christmas jumpers. Afternoon, those that are joining. Hope you're well. I think I'm now feeling a little bit more Christmassy.
Me too, I've got Christmas nails.
Christmas nails, Christmas jumpers. Afternoon, those that are joining, we are Morgan Branding. We are a marketing agency that specialise in TikTok, AOP, Fox and Willow. I can never say the word at the end of that.
No, I just refer to them as Fox.
Fox and Willow will call you. Apothecary, is that right? Apothecary?
And we've got another lookalike.
Yes. Is it a good lookalike or a bad lookalike
Let's
today?
get it up.
I will do in a minute, one sec. What do you reckon?
I don't know.
What do we put it down here?
Well, then the comments are all covered.
We don't know where to put this thing today, if anyone has any advice. Just because we've got the Christmas tree in the background. In fact, just go smaller like that.
Oh yeah.
That works.
I've got this weird piece of hair that's just sticking up. Can you see it? It's just sticking up. It's quite annoying to look at.
I can't see any hair.
I think I just got it.
Afternoon, those that are joining us, we're gabbing here about our setup. I think that works. Everyone happy with that TikTok for Business Q&A? I think that
I think it works.
works next to the Christmas tree. We've got Christmas tree in the background, although we've not got the topper on yet, which is obviously very
Thanks,
important.
Karen, for the follow.
Thank you for those guys that are following. So we are a marketing agency that specialises in TikTok. We're here to answer all your TikTok questions, and obviously we're both in the Christmas spirit here with Christmas jumpers on. We've got Christmas trees. We're all there. So dive in and put your business, what you do. Obviously, those of you that join on personal accounts, if you have a business, put your business and what you do, and whether you're into TikTok or whatever in the comments, and we'll come back to it. And also dive in and answer any questions. We can see Dan's asked a question already. We will come and try and work our way through all the questions as you ask them. So if you have any burning questions, put them in the comments and we'll come back. And then I'm just going to leave out for 2 seconds to go really need a drink.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah, so any questions? Today we're going to be answering questions related to TikTok. If you've got any questions about business and marketing in general, you can ask them. And
Try and be good today.
with the water?
Yeah.
Well done.
Drink more water.
And yeah, we'll be chatting about how to create a strategy for TikTok, getting ready for 2023, making sure that you are prepared. Obviously, if you want to be successful on TikTok, you've got to have a strategy. So thinking about how you can strategize that success in the new year to start making sales through TikTok, to grow your following, and to get that good quality, highly converting and valuable content out there. So,
Apothecary.
Apothecary.
Apothecary, is that right, Fox and Willow? So if I've got that right, happy days. Obviously nowadays we get people joining from all over the world. You are very close to us in the world, but we get all sorts of names joining from all sorts over the world, so we have to work hard to make sure it's right. Yes. Apothecary, right, we'll get there. So I think the first question, I've just seen that question coming from link in bio in the name. We probably don't normally advise to put link in bio in the name, but I quite like how they've done that to get people to drive people to the link. So yeah, we'll come back to that question in a minute. One sec, let me just dive in that on there. So looking to set up a TikTok shop, need starting points, bullet points.
Take it away, Cal.
Look, always on. So, sorry, I'm trying to read all the questions coming in as I'm doing this, so I'll just do one at a time. Bullet points, TikTok shop. So if you have your own product, then yes, get in on TikTok shop. Ideally, we often advise to link to your store, and for us, the easiest way to do this is Shopify. So if you don't have a Shopify shop, I would advise kind of looking into Shopify and looking at that as an option. It does take time. It is a battle. We have spoke to lots of people with TikTok Shop. If you haven't got TikTok Shop already, I would allocate 2 or 3 hours to sit and get through it. Probably do it on your desktop, not your phone. It's probably easier to do. Integrate it into your shop is the best way, but often the easiest way is just to go straight into the app. So do give yourself time. We get a lot of people getting frustrated going, oh, I can't do it. So, and the reason is they're trying to do it in the middle of doing another job and they're not just sat there trying to get TikTok Shop set up. It isn't easy. It's probably harder to set up TikTok Shop than a normal shop, we've found. So just take your time, battle through it, try and get 3 or 4 products on there. Don't try and get all 1,000 products or whatever you have straight from the off. Try and get 3 or 4 on there, try and get it set up, and then also try and get some sales through it. So I had a friend that we did this through. Get 5 on there, then I kind of went away, tested, bought 1 product, offer, how did that work, how did the order come through, go through all that process as if you were setting up a new channel, and then dive in and do the whole lot. Because I feel like we're getting some people come in that have got 200-300 products and they're trying to get them all on TikTok Shop all in one go. Some products aren't getting approved, etc., and it's really blowing the head up instead of just going, let's get 5 on, let's get 5 of the best sellers and sell them, test some orders yourself, see how that order comes through, because that notification coming through into the TikTok Shop area, etc., so you're ready. Because we had a girl set it up and then she was missing the orders coming through, so she wasn't processing the orders and all that jazz. So Fox and Willow says got 235 products on TikTok Shop. Let me just see what Fox and Willow was saying, because I know you've got TikTok Shop. I've seen a few accounts this week talk about having an agent, which I suspect is a TikTok person. We asked our friend that did, and then she'd lost a TikTok Shop representative, and we get this question a bit, how do you get somebody at TikTok? Honestly, we're trying again to get a contact at TikTok. I think they've been going crazy recently, and we've tried to set some stuff and it's got a little bit more difficult to get to a person. So I would try and battle through, go on the support. They also have this chat channel called Lark. I don't know, this was mentioned on previous channels, so get involved in Lark. If you Google TikTok Shop Lark, and also there's the TikTok Shop Academy, which I've been going through myself, looking at all the questions, but my honest advice is get some products on there and start trying to sell. Go live, push some products, test it yourself, see what happens, and go from there.
Yeah, from what one of the businesses that we work with has said, she one of her videos that was tagging a product from TikTok Shop did well, and then she was kind of assigned like a TikTok Shop accountant agent type of person who got in touch with her and started talking to her. So pushing that high quality content, posting regularly, and the more consistent you are with it, hopefully you'll get someone reaching out to you from TikTok.
Yeah, I think that's the key, is that once you start doing it, TikTok will take notice. So yeah, that is the way that I would go. So got some other questions from back here. I hope that helps. Dan, if you've got any specific questions, dive in and ask. It's something that we're working through a lot of the time, and it's a common question. What TikTok key hashtag should I use for drop shipping for better audience targeting? So drop shipping, we get questions a lot. The issue with drop shipping, and depending on how you do drop shipping, is drop shippers in general get traffic through running ads, and they can run targeted ads based on the product that you're selling. Most of the drop shippers that we've worked with are selling such a wide variety of product that it's really hard to target a specific audience on an organic social channel. That's a lot easier to do in ads. It's not as easy to do in organic. So what I would do is I would try and pick a category or an area that you sell the most products in, and try and niche down. Or if you're always doing bargain products, that's fine. You can target bargain products and have your page targeting bargain products. But what we often see for dropshippers or people that sell a wide variety of products is you can't get to a niche specific audience, which is the messaging that we push often. Have a target audience, create content that applies to that target audience, and grow that. If you're trying to sell 1 million different products to 1 million different people, you won't be able to do that through organic social, in my opinion. I would therefore maybe have multiple channels like TikTok channels to target different people is how I would do it organically. So I'd pick a product, pick a niche, pick a category that you want to target, and make a TikTok audience around that. Because if you post 20 different videos on 20 different products on one account, TikTok will have no idea, no matter how good your hashtags are, who to push it to, because it'll keep pushing your videos out, and then I'll watch one and like it, and then it'll push it to Anna and she won't like it, and then you'll push the video to Anna and she'll like it, and then I won't like it. TikTok wants to know who your target audience is, and if you've got too vast array of products, you will struggle. So with dropshipping, pick a niche for an organic channel and do that way. You can do your ads and do everything else to push different styles, but you will struggle, in my opinion, organically. All you'll do is always just chase a viral video. And what we say with viral videos, although part of that with TikTok is to go viral, and we want to go viral, it is it's not the be all and end all. Like we'll often see to people is they won't necessarily get a load of sales from a viral video. It'll often be their middling performance videos that have gone really well with your audience that do very well, rather than the completely viral videos. So I would think about that. Ryan says, love the business jumpers. It's in the UK. I don't know if this is global or not. It's
Christmas Jumper Day.
It's Save the Children Christmas Jumper Day today. So we are all in our Christmas jumpers. So if have we got any more questions? What TikTok? I think I've just asked that. Is it true that TikTok Live will be limited time?
I've not seen anything saying that.
Do you know, always with these platforms at the minute, in general, with any social platform, as it's growing, organic is pushed further, and then you start having to pay to get access to stuff that you used to get for free. So right now, I wouldn't worry about what's going to happen in the future and what changes. Just cash in on what it is now. You can go live. You can go live, as far as I know, for an unlimited period of time. I'm just looking up at our battery at that point, as I said that. I've seen people that are live for 5-6 hours in a row, that are going live all day, every day. So I don't see that being limited. TikTok are happy for people going live. So at the moment, I don't see that being the case, but I would imagine that lives won't perform as... A live today will do less well than a live in 6 months' time if more people are doing lives. Ultimately, if more people are watching lives and less people are doing them, they will do better. But normally with these platforms, it gets harder to grow that audience. I've done 8-hour lives. There you go, Fox and Willow, a podcast. Did you find, because I have this question and we've been playing around, that at certain points your audience spiked within the live? So for us, we tend to get between 20 and 40 people in a live, but it seems to me that at the start we get a big boost, and at an hour in, and we haven't gone much longer than an hour, we've gone to about an hour and 15 minutes, we seem to get another boost like on the hour of going live. I don't know if you saw something similar, like hourly boost, but I did want to test this a bit further to see. So I don't know if every hour TikTok reruns you to an audience. I see a lot of people doing 2-hour lives, because somebody came to us the other day and said, how long should I go live for? And my gut is saying at the minute, probably 2 hours. For what we do, I don't think 2 hours, in this format. If it was
like shopping, like live shopping, probably go for 2 hours. But on like Boxing Day, some of the accounts that I follow were literally live from...
Not Boxing Day, you don't mean Boxing Day, you mean Black Friday.
Oh yeah, Black Friday. Some of the accounts I follow were literally live from like 8 a.m. till 8 at night, the whole day.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me. One person, or...
No, there was loads of them.
Yeah, coming in now, so...
Yeah. Oh, look at us there.
I'm just trialling the thing down here at the bottom. We're trying to push this out onto Facebook as well, using a different app. So
Is that on?
No, I've not put it on yet.
Oh.
So I'm just that's what I'm looking. You've got to keep talking as I look at Facebook.
I know, yeah, sorry. Adrian, yeah, seen that. I'm just catching up with the comments, guys. Was thinking of using hashtag explore in the caption of the video, but people are saying to not use any. Explore. What is it that you do? If you mean explore as in...
Hashtag explore, I think.
But
that feels like hashtag
FYP, that was what I was about to say. Yeah. So I would avoid at all costs using hashtags like hashtag viral, hashtag FYP, hashtag view page, hashtag explore, because this doesn't give TikTok any indication of who your target market is, who you want to push the content to, what the content is about. On TikTok community guidelines, they do say that the hashtags like hashtag FYP, view page don't make an impact at all, and they advise you not to use those hashtags. So stick to hashtags that relate to your target audience, relate to your business, and relate to the content that you're specifically talking about. So like your products, services, whatever. But yeah, avoid using hashtags that don't tell TikTok who to push your content to. Erica said, just started my virtual assistant business. What tips would you have for me getting traction? I assume you mean traction on TikTok. So I think the main thing for like a virtual assistant is to address the pain points that people will be facing that require a virtual assistant. So like business owners, address the pain points that they will be currently facing, like don't have enough time to do X, Y, and Z, don't have the skill set to do X, Y, and Z, and then kind of provide value and educate people on how they can kind of, free time to spend elsewhere on their business with positioning yourself as like the solution to that problem. So that'll encourage people to keep watching the video because it's addressing a pain point at position and it's providing education and value. And then you can then also position yourself as the solution to that problem. So you can kind of push the video out there, get the views, get the traction, and then resultingly hopefully get sales and, not sales, clients. I'm
just reading Orly's comment here that says, yeah, that's what thought Swedish TikToker said in her live, that's going to be a limited time. Now, the thing is we get a lot of people like speculating on what TikTok's going to do, what Facebook's going to do, what Instagram's going to do. And my honest advice, until we see it from a, like Anna loves reading like the community guidelines and stuff, you will read what actually TikTok has put out, and anything other than what TikTok has put out, for me, I wouldn't believe until it happens, because it will be talk. I also wouldn't be surprised if TikTok puts stuff out there to say, oh, we're thinking of doing this, and then see what the reaction is, and then based on that reaction, they will decide whether they actually do it. So only once TikTok says
a lot of the time, TikTok trials like a new feature or a new update that they'll have, and they'll trial it to a certain group of people, and based on their reaction, that'll determine whether they do it or not. So if lives are going to become like limited, or they're not going to happen anymore or whatever, TikTok will test that, I'd assume, to a small group of people, and
that's what they seem to be doing as well, is they'll roll features out to small groups and to test groups and see how that goes. I can imagine lives are quite expensive for TikTok to run, but maybe you will have to pay to promote them to get them to a wider audience than they naturally just push you to at the moment. So for those just joining now that weren't with us from the start, we're a marketing agency based in Warrington in northwest England. We help small businesses, but all businesses in general, do better on TikTok. We're currently live on TikTok and on Facebook, but if you're on Facebook with us, we would advise joining on TikTok, because we tend to look at the questions on TikTok rather than on Facebook. So if we've got a couple more questions coming in on TikTok.
I tried TikTok promotion for the first time the other day on the live, £20 over 3 hours.
I doubled my views. So Anna won't let me pay any promotions ever. I did look the other day at potentially doing this on our lives, and we will occasionally test that, so we'll report back to promote a live. And that is the way that I see it going, that if your live is good, the better your live is, and to a wider audience, TikTok will keep pushing that to a more audience. But I would imagine if you give them money, they will go wider. Now, the difficulty that we've sometimes found, especially with our audience being business owners and people interested in like business TikTok, is that audience isn't as big as, say, we were pushing a product. And I think it would find it easier if we were selling a product and more of them product were selling to find them people to push to. So with you guys, Fox and Willow have products I would trust, but then I would also be looking for a return on investment. If you pay 20 quid to push a live, and you would maybe normally sell, 300 quid worth of product in a live, do you then sell 400 quid worth of product in the live, and therefore is the 20 quid worth it?
Yeah.
The issue is you will never know, apart from testing, what would have happened in that live if you hadn't paid the 20 quid once you've paid the 20 quid. And I think that's always the thing, is I would do stuff, test. We're doing these Tuesday lives, Thursday lives, messing around, trying different stuff, seeing what works, do at 1 o'clock, do at 3 o'clock, and see, and then make a plan. For us, I say the biggest thing that we found with our lives, and Anna's now pretty good at this, is we promote them lives to our audience. We're also taking them lives and put them on YouTube to share afterwards. So we're not just going live and then binning it. We're going live and then using the content to be our TikToks and do all over and starting to repurpose. It is a thing that we're going through at the minute to make that better, But rather than just the 20, 30 people that we get on the live, that we get loads of value out, we can also then share that to a wider audience afterwards. So I do think that is important to look at. And I suspect that a lot of you guys aren't doing anything with your lives afterwards. You just kind of go in live and then that's it. You can go into TikTok, download that live. It only stays for 90 days. So if you've done lives recently and you've never done it, go and download that live so you've got it, and then in future you'll be able to do stuff with it.
So what are you pitching? I don't know if I'm pitching anything.
Nothing. That just means like what are you trying to sell?
Oh.
We're not necessarily trying to sell anything. Long term, what we want you to sell is you to come to us for TikTok services. But short term, we just give out advice on TikTok, and then if that lead to money, then great. If it doesn't, then we've helped.
So B said, does my physical location matter? I'm based in Hungary, but my target audience is ladies in UK, USA, etc. So yes, location does matter to an extent. TikTok does take into consideration your device and account settings, so anything to do with like the region that you're in and the language that you're speaking. TikTok will try and push content to that region. So if you're posting from Hungary, the content is more likely to be pushed to that region more so than the UK and the US. But saying that, TikTok also does have that global potential. Like we've got, I think about 50% of our target audience are from the UK, but like 40% are from the US, and then.
Well, I looked the other day. We're higher in the US now than we are in the UK. So we've got, I think it's 40% US still, but it's like 38% UK. Only because somebody asked us. They are a US brand, and they wanted us to post. And would it matter? And I said yes, it will matter. You should post from the US. But then we discussed, actually you can, as long as you're targeting that message at a US customer. So yes, it would help if you're in the place. If you're not in the place, it's not impossible. But I would do it in English. You know, for us, our popular countries are English-speaking countries because we're speaking English. So US, Canada, UK, Australia, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And if you're including like keywords that relate to that audience, or hashtags that relate to that audience, you'll be able to kind of tell TikTok in that way, this is who I need to push the content to. So you can kind of do things to teach TikTok where you want that content to go.
But we have seen and discussed, obviously, where you post from does matter. So we've seen some people using like virtual assistants in other countries and other people to post your TikToks into them countries, but it can get complicated. I'm also sure you could probably do some stuff with VPNs, which are like virtual private networks, which you can move where you are in the world and make TikTok think you are in that country, which probably works as well. So I would consider that.
Oh, someone said hi.
That's Lens. I see. Somebody's asked a question on Facebook, and it's got Anna. So Lens are with us on Facebook, but they've gone now because only one person. So.
So next question. Oh, hello from South Africa. Hello. Do you do meetings at your HQ? I only live in Wigan. That's from Fox and Willow.
Yeah, for sure, in this room. So sometimes when people come
You're
behind...
a bit shocked that the room's actually
just
not,
a meeting
not
room. So they'll come in the meeting room and be like, this is behind the TikTok Lens. So yeah, we have meetings, you know, we said you're in Wigan. We'd love to see, I can't remember if I was messaging you not last night, like this week, and then, or didn't, but I meant to message you to say it'd be good to just have a chat and see how you do lives and see how you do your lives, because I know you're local to us. So we would definitely do that, or come.
Or we could even go live together.
Yeah, go live together. Go live when you're on live.
Going live.
Yeah, so do ping us a message and let's have a chat about that, because you are nice and local to us. So that is handy. Because Anna is doing these with all these people all over the world, which is fantastic. Canada. But also we have others that we're chatting to that are in Warrington. You're in Wigan, which is just down the road. So yeah, for sure.
I've got one actually, my next one, next week, my next small business on the TikTok, spilling the TikTok tea.
So for those that don't know, what do we do with our lives?
Every Tuesday we go live with another small business, well, until the end of 2022, 2023, probably will happen, just need to
I hope 2023 will happen. It will. It's like a year.
No, I mean like January.
It's like the Millennium Bug, you'll have forgotten that. People were worried in 2000 at New Year, everything was going to break and we were just going to blow up.
Don't say that. So yeah, every Tuesday we go live with a small business, and then we do like an interview style video live where I'll interview them on how they've grown their small business through TikTok. We've got different topics, so like TikTok Shop, TikTok Lives, creating viral content. So next week, what are you guys saying? Next week on Tuesday coming is we're going to be joined by a business called Fizzy Whiz UK. And we're going to be talking about TikTok Live shopping and TikTok Shop, because they sell a lot of products through their TikTok Shop. So they'll be giving tips from a small business perspective on how they can sell their products through TikTok Shop. And they are local, I think, as well. I actually think she's from Liverpool, or Liverpool ways, which is fun and great. So yeah, OVS Fizzy Wiz is massive. Yeah, she's got 50,000 followers, which is really good. So yeah, she'll be coming on our live on Tuesday at 1 o'clock GMT. So if anyone wants to join, keep an eye out. I'll put the TikTok Live register event on after this live, so you can register so you get a notification. Where are we up to with the questions?
Erica, what would be the best strategy, the virtual assistant you would start using right now before, for next year? Have you done that question? Or am I gone back too far?
I don't know. I thought there was something before that. Oh no, maybe not. Oh wait.
No, because you just said do meetings.
Oh yeah. What would be a strategy you suggest using right now before starting the new year? So right now, I'd try and, if I was just starting out like I think you said you were, I'd try and really boost up the quantity of your posting. I'd try and put a lot of videos out there over the next 3 weeks until the end of 2022. I'd try and put loads of content out there, different video styles, and then at the end of the month, review all of those videos and find what's worked for you. The best way to kind of grow on TikTok is to recreate the most successful content that you're putting onto the platform. So if you put as many videos as you can that are decent quality, obviously don't do it if they're going to be rubbish, but good quality videos, as many as you can, and then at the end of 2022 you can see what's worked best, and then going into 2023 you can then focus on what works and what meets the needs of your customers and things like that.
I was just having a little nosy at your account, Erica, and obviously you've been posting about your journey of how you come in, only a new business. I can see that for a bit you post every day and then you've kind of dripped in and out. I would try and find a level of posting that suits you. So we've come into this with a lot of businesses that are struggling, and at first, at the minute we're posting once, twice a day-ish? 3 times a day. So I'm asking that because it changes. We kind of tend not to drop below once a day now, but when we started, we didn't post once a day.
So, yeah, I think when we started that, it was maybe 3 times a week, then it might have gone up to 5 times a week, then once a day, then 3 times a day, then back to once a day, then 2 times a day. We just kind of...
And different styles of content.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at your videos, and they're probably quite similar. If you can be bothered to go all the way back to the start of our videos, we didn't post in the style that we post now, and we've got to this because we've tried different stuff at different points and still do and poke different things in, but we have a style of video that works and we stick to that, and we would advise spending some time to get to that point to find a style of video that's working for you, that's talking to your audience. But what I would be very careful of, because I know you're telling your story and journey of how you get there, and that does work, but
make sure the content's about your clients,
customers, not other
yourself.
small businesses, because what you'll end up with there is other small businesses coming in and kind of supporting you, which is fine. The only thing with you being a VA is obviously your target audience could be small businesses, which is absolutely fine if that's the plan. But if it's your mother, brother, sister, auntie, uncle or whatever and friends, there is this level that helps you get started. So I never want to bin that off, because we started with family and friends and friends of friends and friends of friends of friends, and it grows. But always remember to target your content at your target audience, not just at getting views, because we get that comment a little bit oh, if you're so good at TikTok, why do you get 10 billion views? It's well, we're not making content that's going to appeal to 10 billion views. For us, a good video is kind of 200,000, 300,000, that's a really good video for us, and we're happy with that. Whereas if I was doing something, some of our brands that we work with, a good video is probably 2 or 3 million views rather than 100,000. So it's horses for courses.
Yeah, it depends on your industry, your niche, your target market, whether the content's actually converting. If the content's converting and you're generating sales through it, then that's great. A lot of people forget that going viral isn't always as glamorous as it seems, and it doesn't always actually attract the right people. It doesn't always meet your target market, and resultingly doesn't always then convert into sales and stuff. So community is key when you're starting out on TikTok, trying to build those customer connections, providing loads of value, educating your target audience, and then kind of building the community up to then be able to sell in the future.
Shay Rich said, starting a digital product next month, what would be the best marketing strategy? So for anyone with any sort of product, what our often advice is the audience you need is often a lot bigger than you ever think. So starting to build that audience now is really important. If you're launching it next month, start building the audience now. The earlier that you can build the audience, the better. Bearing in mind, like for us on TikTok, we have 34,000-ish followers now. We've got mailing list with kind of 2,000 people on. We've got a massive audience. If we wanted to launch a product, like a digital product, I would imagine we'd probably sell 100 if it fitted our audience out of them numbers. So if you've got no audience, it's hard to push that product and you have to kind of go hand to mouth one at a time. Most people, for us, that come and like launch a product or are launching an app or a whatever, they just don't have a large enough audience is the bottom line. So I'd start growing that audience and growing that targeted audience straight away. We advise through TikTok, I would, if you want to go big, if you literally need 10 customers or 15 customers, you can probably just do like your network and grow that network and work out who you need to know. When we started Morgan Branding, the first like 10 websites we built were all people that I knew, and then that kind of led to 5 other websites of people that I knew, and then 5 websites of people that knew the people that we built the websites for in the first place, and grew from then. If I needed to dive in and sell 1,000 websites, I'd have needed to grow my audience to be a lot bigger from the off. So think about your audience size when you're launching a product.
Yeah.
Done that one. I was going to go for Fox and Willow, yeah. My customer avatar is age 35, need more targeted audience. So I just think about what are the needs and wants of them people that fit with your product and then target your messaging at them. So people that are 35 plus tend to have different needs than people that are under 35 and talk a really targeted message to them people. I would also look at the customers you've got and really make sure that them customers are that, and then find out what they like and then put that messages onto them. Because let's say some of the brands that we work with that have younger audiences, let's say in a so persistent, but it just has like 1 million accounts. If you need to work on that targeted audience, get your messaging right to them and interact with them. That doesn't mean you won't get customers from other audiences. You will still get customers from other audiences, but let's be clear.
It's just easier to push your products and to promote your products to a very specific person. Like if you've got a person in mind that you want to sell to and who wants your products, it makes it easier. And then obviously you can, your products will get bought by other people who won't always fit into the exact demographic. But when you've got a specific person in mind of who you want to target your content towards, you're able to kind of create. He's back. You're able to create. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, think of one person who like fits the demographic perfectly, and then create content focused on that person.
Sorry, just get rid of the spammer that's insistent because it makes it harder for us to read the questions in the middle. So right, let's go back to.
We're just, for anyone who's joining, we are just having a TikTok Q&A session. We're a TikTok and marketing agency, so if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments. Send us some likes, if you'd like to.
How do you get customers from the US if you're UK based? So for us, they've only come through TikTok. So we historically really had 80% of our customers within a 30-minute drive of this office. Since doing TikTok, we've got customers from all over the UK, Canada, US, Australia. Obviously, spent some time getting Anna's grip together with different currencies around the world and time zones
are the worst
thing. So making sure that we book these meetings at the right time and working out, when it's morning here and it's afternoon in whatever. So that has been a good challenge.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The same person. We have this person that likes to spam, and it's the same message in all the lives, and they relentlessly come from multiple accounts. I always think it's a shame. You guys here are running businesses and trying to run your own businesses, and time is always a thing that people think. To have that much time that you can create 16 TikTok accounts and come in and out of that, I just always think is amazing. I do always say to this person that's doing it, I think put your time to better use, go and learn something, and maybe if you're that committed to it, then dive in. But it is crazy. It's just hard to read the questions at the same time. Let's just go back up to the top. I'm doing all in English, yeah. So if you target in English-based, if you target English-based countries, yeah, do it in English is my advice. Fox Miller said, I'm interested in working. Just keep, chatting. If in reality, what we have is kind of free, and then little, which is like advice that we can give to you that's a bit more paid and a bit more tailored, but it does cost hundreds, and then thousands is when we do it for you. So what we want to do is take businesses like yours on a journey to grow, so to the point that at points you can pay us more money, basically is the plan. But like when I say small businesses, if they've got time and no money, you've got to invest it and do it yourself. If you've got not much time and a little bit of money, you might want to spend a little bit with somebody like us or another area, that could be web developers or other different marketers, to grow. And then once you got to the level that you're much bigger, people then come in and they can just spend and get us to come in and deliver it because they don't want to do it or they don't have the staff or the time. So it does, that's the way that it grows. Go on, do you want to go to the next? You don't know what the next
I
one
can't
says.
see the next question.
1 second. So Nicola came in and said, thank you, love that northern accent. So I don't know if that's Anna's or mine. Obviously Anna's a bit closer to Liverpool than I am. So Anna's from near Liverpool and we are in Warrington, which is in the northwest of England, in between Manchester and Liverpool. So FYSIWYZ is massive. Have you heard about Wahool and what are your thoughts on it? I have a second interview offer. I've never heard of Wahool.
No.
So good luck with your second interview offer, but I've never heard of them. If you let us know what they are, love to see how it goes. I'm just seeing. I've rattled the hornet's nest today, I think. So, yeah.
If you don't think, I think we should just leave it.
What?
I'll get bored if he comes back.
Right, Heather. Sorry, Heather, we're at your question here. I'm just reading it. So Heather said, I really struggle with selling as an introverted creator. Any tips? I have a disability with low energy. Wrote a children's book about disabilities and it's your own personal brand based on being a parent with disabilities. So we do get this question quite a lot where people don't necessarily, they're maybe not as confident, they don't want to dance, they don't want to be the face, and there are other ways to do that. So if you're still with us, I'll just have a quick nose at your account. You've already grown a massive account, really. So, and some of them videos are doing really well, and you're obviously doing a really good job of showing your face. So, as much as you may be, as much as you maybe
feeling like you're what's the word? Introvert.
Yeah, introverted. You're obviously doing a really good job
looks good,
already. So I've just pulled up that TikTok. So I'll keep going. And on what we often then push is this batch creation. So there might be days when you're not feeling like you can be bothered, you can't get the energy to do your TikToks, and you need to be full of energy necessarily to do the TikToks. And that just might not be how you're feeling that day.
Yeah,
so
that's my biggest thing. Like batch creation for me is I'd recommend it to everyone. So have a set day or a set few hours in a day that you can plan some TikToks for the whole week, even for 2 weeks or whatever, as much as you can do. And then, when you feel like you've got that energy and you're feeling like you want to film some TikToks, you can film a load at once, edit them all, and then you can leave them in your drafts to just be posted every day or every other day, however often you want to post. But by having those TikToks in your drafts, it means that you don't have to wake up and you feel like you don't want to film any TikToks, or you've not got enough energy to film the TikToks, so you don't have to, basically, because they're all in the drafts already. And yeah, I would just recommend that.
So Fox and Willow was talking about targeting people on a spiritual journey and going through similar to what you've gone through. And that often makes it easier when you've been through something to know how then people are feeling. But I would also think about how you felt in the moment, not necessarily how you feel now, maybe when you've had some help to come through stuff. So think about what things would have like attracted you in that period, what you would have listened to, and then target that message. I think too often we see people kind of with a message that they're not actually talking to their customers, they're just saying what they want to say. So I would really think about that. Hello was the name, said, I'm a small property agent. How can TikTok help when costs are hard to find? So as any small business knows, and obviously we deal with a lot of small businesses through our TikTok, often when you start in a business, my first advice when you start a business to a lot of people is people start a business to make money. And I know this sounds daft, but it's probably not the best reason to start a business. So most of my advice for small businesses that have no money is you need to find a source of income separate to your business in the first place. So that is, I would think about, if you have no money, and also some people come to us with very little time, it's quite difficult to get a business off the ground. You need to either be able to invest time and money, or time or money. If you haven't got any time but you've got money, you can use money to jump ahead. So I would certainly think about that with what you're saying. So as a small property agent, you're saying you might only need a few customers, so you might not actually need social media at all. It depends on, we were talking about it before, like friends and friends of friends as the starting journey for us with growing a business, and then now we use TikTok to kind of grow to a huge audience. I would think about that you don't often need thousands of customers, you only need 6. So actually you don't necessarily need social media to do that. And it might be a case of knocking on doors or ringing people up or doing LinkedIn or whatever. It might not be TikTok. If you want to grow a bit further, then TikTok can get you to that wider audience. But if you're not willing to spend any money on it and you have no time, TikTok probably is not the platform, because you will need to spend some time.
You have to invest quite a bit of time into TikTok for it to pay off, I'd say.
And we often say 3 months, so when people are asking us, how long should I give it to see if it's working? We like 3 months, committed, 3 times a week, religiously, let's see how it goes, and then go from there. So we often say, I'm giving TikTok a go, and then we look on their account and they've not really posted. So that would, be our advice generally in there. So yeah.
Partridge Lakes.
Thank you for that. So we've got some questions coming on Facebook, so we will also answer them. We are on TikTok up here, and then when my eyes just to there, that camera's Facebook, and then the laptop has the questions from Facebook. So just when my eyes are darting around a bit, that's where we are going. What we don't... Oh, I'm not going to say that.
What?
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, God, I don't even want to know.
No, I'll say it afterwards to you.
Right. Questions? Partridge Lakes, who are we answering?
Partridge Lakes. No,
Yeah.
we've done them questions there.
Oh, we're up
to date, yeah.
Oh, get us. So Partridge Lakes is one of our clients. They've asked on Facebook, love the Christmas jumpers, thank you. How far in advance should you prepare content for seasonal events? I can't speak today. Oh God, I'm getting confused with where to look.
Just look at TikTok.
Okay. I would say for seasonal events.
I think Anna must have been on the mull wine already. It's our Christmas do tomorrow, so I think everyone's just given up now. We're in Christmas mood, Christmas jumpers, Christmas trees.
I think it's trees. The Christmas vibes that get me a bit giddy. Yeah.
Angelique Shop
events.
joined. Hello. I think we met you guys. So how are we doing?
Yeah. So seasonal events. I would prepare for things like Christmas, Valentine's Day. Whatever it might be. At least a month in advance. Would you?
Earlier the better for all.
Yeah, I would say like a good 2 months if possible. It depends on obviously what it is that you're trying to push or promote.
And how big that event is. So if you are a client that say Christmas is really important, I would expect their Christmas next year planning starting in January.
Yeah.
So it depends on how important that event is for you and how much time to attach to it. I also wouldn't try and reinvent the wheel always. So what worked last year, I just pull that up and try again often. We get a lot of our clients trying to always come up with new ideas when actually what worked last year can work again this year. So I would look at that. And
for like Partridge Lakes, they are obviously more of a location-based place, so probably needs to put a bit more time and effort into the plan and the preparing. But if you're like an e-commerce store, maybe it can be a little bit, the process can speed up a little bit more. Milka Desserts has said, what software should I use to edit my TikToks? So software to use is TikTok itself, really. Hi Gary. Yeah, TikTok itself, I edit most of my content in. I also use Splice and CapCut, which are free editing softwares on your phone. Really easy to use, really simple to use. But I'd always edit the text and the sound in TikTok itself. So if you've got a load of footage and you want to crop it all together, you can use CapCut or Splice, and then take that content over to TikTok and add the text in TikTok. That way you're going to be able to rank for search engine optimization, so people can find you more easily, and you can add the sound in TikTok, if it's trending sound and things like that. But yeah,
a couple have said CapCut and stuff on TikTok, so yeah, I know that's always a very popular one that we see. Would you say going live on Facebook is as effective on TikTok? So it's a good question, and it's very topical, as why are we going live on Facebook today? And to be honest, it's the first time we've ever pushed live on Facebook. We've always only ever gone live on TikTok, and currently I've got like a webcam set up underneath the TikTok camera, and it's something we're playing around with, and I'll probably get a proper camera. That I know this is only streaming in less quality to Facebook, and we're looking at it. The reason why we're live on Facebook and live on TikTok for us is just to try stuff. So next time we're going to try YouTube, and we're going to try different stuff. I'm going to try Instagram. Obviously, ultimately, we want to get a bigger audience. Our audience at the moment, our 34,000 followers or whatever that's come on TikTok, has solely come really through TikTok. And I just think that we will get a bigger audience if we spread our TikTok message on Facebook, LinkedIn.
Because we really only use TikTok as our social media strategy. On the
whole.
Instagram
as well, Rainbow.
So if we start posting more,
we're not live on Instagram today, by the way.
Yeah, no. If we promote TikTok on Facebook and Instagram, we're addressing that group of people that aren't on TikTok, and we're telling them you need to be on TikTok, and this is why. So for us, it could work.
But interestingly, what happens on TikTok is the minute we go live, for the first 5 minutes, we get a huge spike in traffic. And then as it points through the TikTok live, we get spikes in traffic where I can see that TikTok is pushing us out to a bigger audience, and then seeing who sticks around. Then we get some spammers or whatever. You get this. For us, our audience is only, we only want business, people that are interested in talking business. So we know those that are just scrolling TikTok and looking at any random stuff, they're not going to be interested in our live. Whereas I can see with Facebook, the numbers are a lot lower, and also I haven't seen a spike in the whole time in Facebook. So I think the Facebook lives in general are mainly going to our audience. However, saying that, our Facebook audience is tiny. We haven't gone live on Facebook before, so we will report back.
We just trial and error, practice different things.
Anna's face when I walk into the room with other stuff, she's like, what are you doing today? And usually that's just me messing around with stuff and trialing it. Also, our clients are asking the questions, you guys are asking the questions, so we find the software, we work it out. I've only got the webcam today. Our camera guy, Ben, has COVID, sadly, so he's not in, otherwise I would have set up with the camera. When we're live on TikTok, we are live on our phone, by the way. We're not using any camera. We'll just go straight live off a phone onto TikTok. Anna's been to Christmas markets. Have you? Ryan is slandering you here, obviously.
That's so weird, because I was meant to go to Christmas markets yesterday. I don't get the joke.
No, because you couldn't speak at that point. So Ryan was saying,
bit of late.
Tomorrow, Christmas markets.
I was actually meant to go to the markets yesterday, which I thought, that's so weird that Ryan knows that. But then I didn't, because it was far too cold.
So yeah, we are Christmas due tomorrow. So Anna, is the Meet the Team video going to be updated?
Oh my god, it's gonna have to be.
Yeah. So somebody said to me the other day, is it time for a new update on the Meet the Team video? So funnily enough, that video is then pinned in our page, and it doesn't have loads of views, but it's often the video that people talk about the most.
It's actually also converted a lot of people into followers,
big
more
time.
so than our normal videos.
Yeah, so this shows always not them videos that necessarily have millions of views or whatever are your best performing videos actually for what you want to achieve. A lot of people that speak to me, they go, oh, I love you Meet the Team. When they're actually coming to give us work, I'll watch the Meet the Team video, and it always makes me think, if you look at our website, if you look at our signatures, we always have like pictures of us and whatever, and making it personal. We always say, as businesses, you do business with a business, but you often do business with the person in the business. So
yeah.
I know that a lot of people like doing work with you and the coaching that you do, that they actually enjoy spending time with Anna. If they didn't like you, they wouldn't do that work with us. So we do businesses with business, but we also do businesses where we like the people behind it. So make it personal. Especially you guys with a lot of small businesses, you are that business often. So, that is important. So By the way, if Partulate's Cafe is still on Facebook, if they're still there, Bar was accusing me of stealing her MacBook charger. If you guys can find it in the office, then let me know if Bar's MacBook charger is at the office. So there you go, dealing with my problems. When I was a makeup artist, I'd get employed to do the Halloween product shoots in May. So yeah, May to Halloween. The bigger the brand, the earlier they go. And they go less. A lot of the small businesses we try and work with try and have like a Black Friday promotion, a Christmas promotion, a Halloween promotion, a spring promotion, whatever. They try and have a million promotions. And actually a lot of the big businesses have 1 or 2 key times in the year that's it, and they prep for them times. So I would say for small businesses, I would go bigger on less and have a real big lead up and make that to be your key event of the year rather than try and do more. Partridge do events, so you're going to do events all through the year, so that's fair enough as well.
Yeah.
Rainbow and Fox and Willow were having a good chat in the comments, which I always like. You guys, often there's quite regulars that are joining us on TikTok Live now, so thank you very much. We do appreciate that you guys keep coming back and back. And I can see Ryan saying that's crazy, but yeah, good decision. It's cold. It is
my God.
Freezing
it's
today.
Just so cold. My car this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nightmare.
So any of those in the UK, we've just hit like a really cold spell in the UK, so it's gone very, very cold. And I often take calls and go walking. I did before actually. It was actually better than I thought, but I was worried that I'd take a call and go for a walk and end up flat on my backside walking around the lake.
When I was driving, this is so off topic, but when I was driving, how low is the sun and it's so bright?
It's really
bright.
I
was literally terrified.
Absolute clear blue skies in the northwest of England. -1 in the top. I think my car said -7. Yeah, on the way, but I think it sometimes lies. So.
I was up as well. I was out driving at 6 a.m. for PT. Actually, it was 6:30. Imagine how cold it is at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible.
Just waiting for the snow. Hopefully,
driven
can we get some snow? So
I'd love a little bit of a white Christmas vibe. Any more questions?
Yeah, loads. 22 new messages. So I am trying to keep up, I promise, and I'm trying to pick some that are coming in, and then we'll catch up. But yeah, we finish at 2ish. It'll probably be a little bit after 2, as I'll try and get through these questions. But we do appreciate all you guys on TikTok asking a million questions, and the guys on Facebook as well that have asked loads of questions. So
we'll see if the views spike in 7 minutes.
Yeah, but we didn't start on time at 1 o'clock. So there won't be an hour. We have to wait for an hour. So would you say going live on TikTok to promote your business is better than posting?
I think both. You need to be doing both.
Both. And they aid each other, I would say.
Yeah, I think going live really helps to build connections with people and to build a community.
Yeah.
And it's easier to sell to someone once you've got the community. So I would say lives are really important at the moment.
We've been getting work off the back of lives, but not just getting work. We get messages, we get questions. I feel like for us, the organic posting is the growth, and the TikTok lives. We do also have a Facebook group that you can find in our link in our bio that you can join. That we are trying to make a more community feel there. That was my original plan, to create the community, to have other businesses chatting like you guys are chatting on TikTok now to each other and supporting each other, which is really handy. Original plan was a Facebook group, but it probably happens more in the lives at the minute.
Yeah.
If it can happen in both, great. But for the moment, TikTok lives for us seem to be the place where our audience chats to each other. You guys support other small businesses. We always say don't push the video start, but if you can support each other and help each other, absolutely perfect.
Yeah. You've just hit the nail on the head there. The organic posting is what's going to get your brand awareness up and going to get the views, the followers, but the lives is what's going to sell, I think.
Especially those of you with a product-based business. Sorry, I've just lost the comments. Lost the comments, but they're coming back.
Thank you for the likes, guys.
Gary said good afternoon, which he said hello to, coming with the children.
I'm just trying to catch up.
Dreamcraft, did you say you can't go live because of your children? I don't know if that's what you were saying. And it can be difficult. We had people saying they're really struggling to go live and they're not confident to go live and how they go live. And I get it, and it is a different style. The other thing that people worry about is going live to know people, which we completely understand.
Yeah.
And often, at the start of our lives, we press the button and we're sat here for a minute and there's nobody here.
Yeah, you just have to start talking. If you're waiting like this, I'm just going to wait for everyone to join.
I have to go and get a drink in that point, but you do have to start jibber jabbering.
Yeah, because if you're sat on a live and you're like, I'm just gonna wait for everyone to join, everyone's just gonna scroll past the live because no one wants to watch you wait around for people. So you need to just dive in, start.
And think at that moment that they just like you guys just scrolling TikTok. We've got to make you stop. So if we're just sat here, in silence waiting for people to join, there'll be one person joining. They just leave, straight away.
Yeah.
So just keep going, keep talking. I try and imagine that we're just like talking to a room of people, and that there is a room of people, and also that we've got to keep them engaged. When we do speeches to rooms of people, we know that, if I start waffling or going off topic and people start yawning or whatever, quickly you change and do something else. And I think just always do that. Imagine there's a room of people behind the camera and just crack on. Maybe not a massive room, like maybe 20 people.
Quick question for those that are in the live. So if we do the Thursday Q&As and we do the Spilling the TikTok tea on the Tuesday, which is with the small businesses, is there anything else that you guys would want to see on lives from us? Like, if there is anything, let us know, because obviously we'll deliver what you guys want. Just sort of pop that out there in case anyone has any ideas.
Stuff you're struggling with, or whatever that you think you could help with. It's
like
definitely on our mind. We will go live more often, but we don't want to just go live for the sake of going live. It's the same reason as like posting for the sake of posting.
Yeah,
we kind of want to do it.
I think it'll be fun to do some like games and stuff, like with the spin the wheel that we've never used.
We've got to spin the wheel in there. It's just, for us, we don't have a product. We'd kind of chat and try and help, but we don't want to do it if it's not.
If it's not worth it for you guys.
Catcourt, yeah. Gary said, can I sell cars on my TikTok shop? So my gut is no, it has to be shippable. TikTok uses Every to ship products. I would say no to cars at the minute. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes in the future. All I would do is I'll go into TikTok's shop. You should be able to go in and see the product library, search for a car and see if you can see any cars on there that other people are selling. So I would go in there and have a little nosy and see if there's any cars, but I would highly doubt at the minute you can sell a car through TikTok.
Yeah. I get stressed out when we're behind in things.
My children are also good. So Rainbow, you said about your kids and then said your kids get involved. Like, I 100% like... get them, if that's working with your audience and your audience, especially, often the small businesses we deal with, they are selling to themselves. So, your mates are in.
South Yorkshire Fire. Hi guys.
Let us know who's watching if it's Xander.
Video for bosses as well. Hello.
How are we doing? Those that are joining. So we're nearly an hour. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So we're just getting through some comments.
I'm about 20 comments behind in our comments. So hello.
We do tend to waffle.
Janine for joining. Thank you very much. We are also live on Facebook, so occasionally we are taking questions from Facebook as well. So thank you very much. And we probably have the leading expert. I know Anna loves watching. I need to get in. I watched a live the other week from Janine. Is that?
Yeah. I was telling Callum how if anyone here is watching and wants tips on how to go live on TikTok, Janine is your gal.
So I will be watching. I feel like we're always learning every time we go live. We do a little bit better. Our number one fan is Anna's dad, which is probably not. It's probably not a good barometer. Like, we need some more number one fans that aren't your dad. But
my dad loves watching.
So thank you for all your tips, and we appreciate. Somebody like Janine probably is a good one that maybe...
Oh, she's on the list.
She's on the list.
Has
she said yes?
I've not asked Janine yet, but she is on my list. Janine. I was planning on messaging you, Janine, on maybe doing a live collab, and kind of you giving some tips for our audience on how to go live and things like that. So if that would be of any interest to you, let us know, and I'll get in touch with you.
If she goes, it's going to be really
I know, if she's like, no thanks.
Yeah.
I
know, otherwise you're going to get abused. And I've sent the guy that's been in this live spamming straight your way. So.
Well, I'll drop you a message, Janine, and we'll try and arrange something.
So Fox and Willow at one point earlier said Facebook is dead. Now, we get this a lot. I just don't think, no social platform or no way of marketing is ever truly dead. They come and they ebb and flow, and things happen and things change, and there will still be people making making money out of Facebook and doing really well. It's just maybe your audience isn't there, or you're not finding a way to work it. So never truly write off a platform at one point, one Christmas, for another business that I hand wrote postcards, and now our services out there that will do handwritten postcards, so you don't have to write 1,000 postcards, which is what I did. But you just said, like, sending a postcard in a post was dead, or you don't send stuff in the post. But actually it's come back round, and I don't get as much post as I ever used to, so if you sent me something in the post, I probably would open it now, like, whereas in the past I maybe wouldn't, or somebody else would have opened it and then given it to me. I tend to, the post sits on my desk because I only get one letter every week, and it's usually from HMRC, so I don't really want to speak to them. So if you want to send nice stuff in the post, it often gets people's attention nowadays. Gary, you seem to have the weirdest array of stuff, but Gary, Janine has joined us. I came over from Facebook to check you out on here too. So yeah, the picture quality isn't great though on Facebook, which I'm trying to work on. And obviously we're landscape on Facebook and portrait, and I didn't kind of move that projector or think about anything that's going on the picture. You can't see that on TikTok. So over there we've got books, which if I'd have thought about it before, I would have set them nice and whatever. So yeah, we're playing around. This first time live on Facebook for us today, and we're going to test YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, messing around with other lives and working out how we can do it. Mainly because our clients are asking. We have clients that have huge audiences on Facebook and want to know more about how to go live on these platforms. So obviously for us, we're trying to work that out to make sure that we can help them and advise. And often we've said this is like, we can advise from a place that we've done it and we've tested it. I know a lot of agencies sit here and go, oh, you can do this, and they've never actually done it. And I've done that at points where I've just blagged and go, yeah, we can do it, which is not true. So if we actually do it and set it up and see how it goes, I do think you learn far more from that than just kind of blagging that you've done it.
Yeah. We are currently, I think, about 20.
Yeah, I'm 22 messages behind, so I'm trying to read.
Sorry if your question hasn't been
TikTok
answered yet.
Get a lot of fake so-called viewers, so I don't think the algorithm is here, to be honest. I like TikTok.
I also love TikTok.
Facebook only goes to your followers. So Gary, yeah, we've just been messing around with that. I don't think that's true. I think it does go further than your followers, but it's not as good at going further than your followers as TikTok is. So we are going to do some testing and see if you plan on multi-streaming to platforms like Facebook. So you mentioned StreamYard there, Janine. We're actually using Restream.io. So I looked at Restream and I looked at StreamYard, and I just picked one, and I've gone with Restream.io. So far, absolutely easy as anything to go live. We are using a phone for TikTok, and I've just got a webcam set up for Facebook at the minute. We will probably set up properly with a camera and put that into Restream and then have a play around and do more. The picture on Restream that I can see is far better than the picture that I then see on Facebook. And I think you're just going to cost more to get it to Facebook in a better quality. The internet here at the office is really good, so we don't envisage any problems with internet, but we're going to keep looking at it and play around. You know, I think we've mentioned already that our audience on TikTok is a TikTok audience. We need to get our TikTok. Yeah. We need to get audience from other platforms to TikTok, or to learn about TikTok, or to answer questions about TikTok that aren't currently sat on TikTok. So that is our plan. Yeah. So it's interesting that you've come across, Janine, to Facebook. Would you prefer Facebook or TikTok? Like, obviously you're a live coach. Do you have a preference of Facebook or TikTok or any other platforms? I'd love to know. Somebody said, what is this live for? So we're a business Q&A helping businesses grow on TikTok. Ryan said I need to get 1K so I can go live. We have that problem when we're not together, because my personal account and Anna's personal account doesn't have any followers. I'm up to 100 now, because you tagged me the other day. I've got 100 followers, even though I've never posted anything. I know. So we were trying to get my account to 1,000 followers, so that when me and Anna weren't together, we could go live together, me on my account and Anna on Morgan Brandon account, because when we're not in the same room together, it's difficult to go live. Yeah, so everyone follow Callum, basically. Any more questions? Everyone follows me. Probably need to post something that actually makes sense, so it is a discussion. We've got loads of questions. Are you in a rush or not? I don't think I've got anything specific. I was just going to edit my TikToks. Sound. It's cold. I do lives. -1 in the southwest. Yeah, it's bloody freezing. Kelly, My Rainbow Empire, helped me start my shop. So that's handy that you guys, I don't know if you met through us or you knew before, so we love that you helping each other. I came over to see what you're doing on here and how. I am definitely happy to talk with you about it when we do the collab, as I'll be able to better explain and not take up too much time in this live. So that's what Janine was saying. So yeah, no, we'd appreciate it, and just appreciate the discussion. You know, it's something that we're playing around with over the best way to do it and mess around. As I laughed before, Anna gets quite stressy because I tend to mess with stuff. It's like, what are you doing now? We're just need to go live.
No,
So
it just takes me like I have a minute of stress and then I'm fine after that minute.
I go, don't worry, you just sit there and talk, and then I'll faff around with all the other stuff. So, yeah. Right, I'm going to whiz through now, try and get back up to date, and then we'll take any last questions, and then we're probably going to skedaddle. I haven't had my lunch again today, so I'm going out for lunch with somebody at 2:30, so I need to go get some food. I love your Christmas jumpers. Yeah, so it's Christmas Jumper Day here in the UK. I don't know if it's a global thing. I think it probably is. Save the Children Christmas Jumper Day. So traditionally it was on a Friday, and I think traditionally it was a little bit later in the month. So, but they've done it on a Thursday this year. I think because nobody seems to go into offices on Friday, so they've done it earlier. Last year we posted on a Friday, but we actually did our Christmas Jumper Day on a Thursday anyway. But there's not that many people in the office today, so. I think Paddy, the web developer's got his Christmas socks on.
Christmas socks on.
Lily's got
Alex has.
Alex got Christmas jumper on. Looks like a bauble, so there we go. We've
just had a nice jumper.
so yeah. Is there a software you use to go live cross platform? So we're using Restream.io at the minute. We're not using that for TikTok. It doesn't work with TikTok. And StreamYard is another one that I've seen. So StreamYard, Restream.io is the two that we are using, but we don't use that for TikTok. We've just got a phone that we're going live straight to TikTok for. So I started working from home this morning with gloves on, Ryan says. Yeah, so we're still not putting the heating on in this country, and I agree. I get in, my girlfriend's got it on too high, I turn it down, calm down, you know, so... yeah. A white Christmas has been predicted. Interesting.
Really?
I hope so.
Lovely.
Hello from Greece. I bet you it's not as cold in Greece as it is here. So, let me just see where we get to.
Oh, I think we're nearly cut off.
We
we're not.
We were nowhere near. Yeah, so you were talking about like getting people into your lives. That was a bit earlier, and we share. When we're going live to our audience, our database, we also put the event like in TikTok, so we can always see we've got quite a lot of people pre-registered. We also talk about that on other platforms, and I do think that is a key area that other people are missing or not doing. Is they're not doing it often enough. Is talking about going live and sharing that across other platforms before they go live. So I think that would be a key thing that I would mention to other businesses. I would also have set times. So we're now going live in general 1 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, and if we add into that, we'll try and stay consistent. Obviously, some of the businesses we're speaking to on a Tuesday can't go live at 1 p.m. GMT. We have to flex a little bit around them, but in general, it's Tuesday for the talk with other small businesses, and it's Thursday for this Q&A that we do, and we might add in other bits as we go. So I would do that. So we are getting there.
Like Janine said, cross-promoting and creating a schedule is key.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Ryan said, ways to keep up with TikTok trends and content ideas generally. Could I idea for lives? I wonder if we could do like a quick live that says some of the stuff that you cover or in more depth to your email, but then I don't know if that means that people won't join the email list. So do you know what I mean? So on a Monday when you release your trends,
yeah,
we could deliver that in a TikTok. I'm not sure. We've got stuff that we could play around with and have a play with. So loads of ideas. So yeah.
Thanks, Janine. Said we're ticking the boxes. Yeah, I think what was that question about finding trends and content ideas?
Yeah.
I think the main thing is kind of spending time looking on your For You page, looking at TikTok, searching your industry on TikTok search, looking at like filtering those videos to the last week, the last month, seeing what people are engaging with already within your industry, and kind of taking a bit of inspiration from this, coming up with your own ideas, answering common questions that your target audience are asking. And then on the trend side of things, we send trends out every Monday to our newsletter, so you can sign up to that. They're all business friendly. Obviously, when you've got a business account, you can't use the chart music as we refer to them. But yeah, so you can sign up to our newsletter, but to find your own, there's quite a few websites.
B is just asking that exact question. So she switched across to a business account, but you can't use trending sounds. So that's what you're just coming on to, and we get this all the time.
Yeah.
The issue is, if you are a business and you're not set as a business account just so you can use trending sounds, you're not actually legally allowed to do that. And I will see what happened then. Someone fall off the
No, I
trip.
was just saying if the lights are on because I couldn't work it out.
The lights are on, but it's light in this room as well, and then we've got ring light and everything. So, you're not allowed to. Do you know, the point is that them trending sounds there are there for creators and people, not businesses. So if you are a business, you should be on a business account. We saw Facebook clamp down on this massively. We're seeing TikTok doing the same thing. We're also seeing, I am seeing some cases where like Warner Music, who own a load of music, are going after businesses for using music they're not allowed to use.
Yeah.
We discussed before this live, should we have music on in the background? We're probably not legally allowed just to play any music. We'd have to play music that was allowed to be played on this, so we kind of just binned it for the moment. So it is a consideration. We also repurpose these lives, so if we then put it on YouTube and we've used music in the background that we're not allowed, it wouldn't then be allowed to go on to YouTube. So for us, we only play within the rules of what is legally allowed. I know all the businesses will push it and go there, but I do think if you're bending the rules, you will eventually get caught up with. So
I think as well, like a lot of the trending sounds that people can use, as a creator, is like popular music that's current, but you can usually find a remix of the trending sounds that is trending for business accounts as well. So there's
we find there's enough music. There's enough.
I've never had a problem with trying to find a trend.
So
I think you can definitely work around it.
Super. Well, I think we got to the bottom of the questions. We covered the question on Facebook. We got there in the end. We caught back up. So we'll probably have to wrap up. So thank you for everyone that's joined the live.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
We hope you have a good rest of the week. Those that are in the UK, we hope you're nice and warm. And do put your heating on. Don't try and avoid it because we're not trying to pay the bills. You do actually need to keep warm. And maybe look after an elderly relative. Go and check they're okay and they're not sat there freezing.
That's so nice, Colin.
Yeah, I know, but it's good. When it goes cold, people haven't been putting the heating on, and it's dangerous if they get too cold. So go and check on your elderly relatives.
That's so cute.
I don't have any elderly relatives, so I don't have to go and check on them. So
I saw my granddad yesterday.
There you go. So see you soon. Thank you those for joining. Thanks those that have joined for the whole live and committed to this 1 hour, 15-minute long live. Thank you to the guys that have kept coming in. If you're not following us, go and give our page a follow. Anna has said she's going to jump out of a plane at 50,000 followers. So we need all the help you can get to get us to 50,000 followers. I think we're at 34.5.
I'm a bit scared.
Now, I kind of think we might be able to do it in January. The earlier the better.
Maybe Jan.
January, 50k followers. Anna out of the plane. Somebody said we need to go live.
I know.
As we chuck Anna out of the plane the other day. So I'm not sure how we'll do that logistically. With a Mac next to him, but we'll get there. So thank you again for joining. Have a good rest of your week.
See you all soon. See you all on Tuesday.
1
p.m.
1 p.m. GMT.
Spill the tea.